The Curse of Success, Part 4. Let's go over what we already discussed. We discussed trust, envy, confusion, waste. What else have we discussed? Friendship, the angles that people are going to come at you with, the phone calls, the emails. We discussed those things, how all those things are going to come out of the woodworks. And we have discussed being lonely, how leadership is lonely, how success is lonely. We've discussed hunger, how to stay hungry for success. Will you stay hungry for success once you reach your first level of success? Covered all those bases, covered all those things. So glad that you stayed tuning in with me. The last curse of success is very simple. It's change. So a lot of times people become successful and they let their success change them. They let their success change the content of their character, and they stop displaying or showing the same traits and characteristics that they displayed and exhibited while they were on their road to success, such as hard work, dedication, giving, what else? Discipline, all these things that they had to use, sacrifice, all these things they had to use to get to their first level of success or to the level of success that they ultimately reach, tells you something about their person, tells you something about their character. And then a lot of times when people reach that, those things change. Now, some things are supposed to change when you become successful. The quality of your life is supposed to change. The quality of life for your children and for your wife, for your husband, your family, those things are supposed to change. But just because those things change doesn't mean that you have to. So when you acquire success, I don't want you to become a person all of a sudden that goes and coops up and hides behind the tinted windows of their new luxury car. I don't want you to be somebody that hides in the house, your new house. I don't want you to be somebody that hides behind your new desk in your new office. I want you to be giving and to share all the knowledge and wisdom that you have acquired and attained on your journey with those that were following you. Okay? It's all about giving back. And you can't give back if you change and you allow your success to haunt you. If you allow your success to dictate how you live your daily life, then are you really successful? The perception would be that you are, because hey, he bought him a nice little $100,000 Audi. He bought him a nice little $500,000 house. He bought himself a nice little office, and he's successful. But success, again, can be lonely. So if you had to be lonely on your way there, if you had to be lonely being a leader just to get there, and focusing and all these things just to get there, I don't want you to still be lonely once you get there. Heck, I want you to have a party. I want you to have a party. I want you to have a knowledge party, a wisdom party. That's what I want you to have. And tell everybody all the things you've learned and all the traits you've learned and all the habits that you've picked up, all the things that you didn't know that helped you on your journey, because while you were on your journey, somebody stopped and told you some of those things. Somebody gave you wisdom. Somebody gave you knowledge. Somebody gave you motivation to continue going on that journey, to continue traveling that road. So I want you to do that for other people. I said it before. If your reason for wanting to be successful is only monetary, then you're chasing the wrong dream. You're chasing an empty dream. We should want to become successful, not just for us. It cannot just be for us. When you acquire success, once you get it, that's not the end of it. If you allow it to change you, it can become the end of it. If you allow it to haunt you, it can become the end of it. That doesn't mean you don't continue acquiring monetary things. You don't continue the perception of being successful. in your life. It doesn't mean that. You just got to give back. The more successful you can make somebody else, the more successful you become. You know, it's just like a kingdom. Kings have to share their knowledge and wisdom with whomever they feel is going to be the king after them. So usually that's the prince. They have to share this knowledge and information with the prince. They have to teach the prince and groom the prince on how to be a prince. So that way when they're not strong enough to carry the kingdom, somebody else there is. There's somebody there to take their place. When they're not there anymore, when they pass away, somebody else takes over their legacy. Usually what happens is if another king sees